The basic skills to learn as a basketball player. So first, when you start dribbling, you want to learn the basic fundamentals of dribbling. You want to start slow. Just get the rhythm down of hitting the ball, right? Don't slap at it. Make sure you use your fingertips. Make sure you push down and bring it back up. So push down, bring it back up, push down. So I'm keeping the ball in my hand as long as possible. I'm not throwing it down and trying to hit it again. I'm not slapping at it. I'm just nice and controlled, back and forth. The other thing when you're dribbling a basketball, you don't want to dribble it in front of you, because obviously if you're playing basketball, people will steal it. So you want to learn to dribble it on your side, right? So on the side, even better, you shift your body, so then you protect the ball with your hand here. You can dribble it like this. You want to be able to dribble with both hands, so you have to practice with your right and your left. In the beginning, you're not going to be good. Obviously, you're going to be better with your more dominant hand, but you got to practice, right? The more drills you do, pounds are a great drill to do, crossovers, right? Then learning through the legs, both sides, and then behind the back. When you do a behind the back dribble, you want to, just like a crossover, nice and hard to yourself. You never want to just drop it and try to catch it. Drop it, you want to control it, right? And get it just like that. If you do this, that's the same as going behind your back, right? Catching it and going back. Notice how when I throw it, I'm not just trying to catch it right away. I'm letting it come out here. I'm controlling it. I'm not just dropping it. Easy way to learn some of these stuff, like through the legs, down on one knee. Just start straddling your legs, going back and forth, right? Nice and easy, and then work on standing up and going the other side, and then behind the back. You want to work on just throwing it to yourself, catching it, throwing it, catching it, throwing it, catching it, throwing it, catching it, throwing it, catching it, and then just throw it back to yourself, right? Keep it as simple as possible. So those are some basic fundamentals from a dribbling standpoint. Again, master dribbling. It's the most fundamental thing you can do. That is number one, because if you're the best dribbler on your team at a young age, you'll have the ball, you'll be able to score the ball better than anybody else. Because people who can't dribble are going to travel, they're going to make mistakes. So become the best dribbler you can at a young age. It will only elevate your game later on in life. Because if you can't dribble well later on in life, you're completely useless on a basketball court, basically. So next thing you want to learn is basic fundamental stuff, is stopping and pivoting. So if you come here, I jump, right? Notice I jump with both feet. I haven't established a pivot foot. As soon as I lift up one foot or the other, I've established my pivot foot. So I can pivot, I can move, I can pass, right? I'm in triple threat. I can shoot and I can dribble if I haven't dribbled already. But I'm here, once I pivot, you want to protect that ball. Moving it side to side, shifting it around, keeping it up. Over here, never just be lazy with that ball and just let it chill, because if any good defender is going to rip that ball out. So make sure you're swinging around, swing it low, swing it high. Be careful you don't slowly get stuck somewhere, because if you get a double team or a good defender, they're going to take that ball. So you want to move it as fast as you can, move it around, protect that ball, shift your body weight, and use your body to block the defender so they can't go through you. If they shift, if they reach coming around, come over the top, right? Be physical. Don't just go backwards and allow that defender to push on you and so forth. You got to be physical, you got to be strong. So the key is keeping your balance. Again, once you've established your pivot foot, you cannot move, right? I can step my foot, right, one foot, but if I pick up this foot and go before dribbling or passing, then it's a travel. So you want to get in the habit of, boom, establish your pivot foot, move that ball around, establish, move, dribble before you attack, right? So just get in the habit of here, 2 feet, right? You want to get out of the habit of catching it and running and then making a mistake and running one more step, because you're going to, obviously that's going to be a travel. So the next thing, which I've already established a little bit, when you catch the ball, you want to come in triple threat. Triple threat means I can pass it, I can dribble it, or I can shoot it. So triple threat normally would be not two hands on the ball like this, because I can't shoot like this. If you learn to shoot like this, you should work on your shot. So I'm right dominant, so my right hand's gonna be here. So then I can pass here, I can shoot, or I can dribble. Like I said, you wanna get in the habit of coming, boom, turning that ball, moving it around, right? So protecting that ball, being fierce and physical with that ball. If you come in and get lazy with it, a good defender is gonna rip that ball and take it and go do a layup. So be physical, be force. Other aspects when you're starting to learn, the best things you can do is if a defender comes out, attack them, right? Fake pass, so you get that defender to move. If you can get your defender to move and you can learn to read your defender, so if I fake pass and my defender goes, I can then just go and drive to the hole. Same thing if I come here, if I pump fake and my defender jumps, I can just step right around them as close as I can and then just drive straight to the hole. So fakes are some of the best things you can do in basketball. You just have to remember, if I'm here, I can't go and take off without dribbling, right? I've got my pivot foot, so I stepped, now I gotta dribble. And that's establishing your pivot foot and moving, also getting in triple threat and moving. The next most fundamental thing you can do, it's not shooting. I know everybody wants to shoot, and I know everybody wants to shoot threes, but stop shooting so much. Work on passing, right? If you can do layups, and you can do basic, and you can dribble really well and do layups, you'll score more points than anybody else in the game. Layups, and then if you add in floaters, you're rock solid. Don't worry about three-pointers. Focus more on free throws, layups, and eventually as you get stronger, the three-pointer will come naturally. So again, in here, with passing, I'm in triple threat. So when I pass, I want to turn my body, step towards where I'm passing, and pass it. So I'll pass it against this wall. So here, so you want to work on chest passes, which a chest pass comes here and flicks your wrist out. So you come in and you flick your wrist out, right? And you don't want to just throw it however. You don't want to wind up, because if you notice, if I wind up and I throw that, everybody knows, if they pay attention, that as soon as I do this, I'm coming and I'm passing. So I'm telling the defense what I'm doing, so it makes it really easy to steal. But if I'm here and I just quickly pass it, the defense doesn't have time to react. So you want to be able to quickly pass, chest passes, obviously bounce passes, and learning how to bounce pass. When you bounce pass, you want to bounce pass towards your player, so it hits the player here and then right in their chest, so they can catch it in triple threat, right? So you want to practice passing, chest pass, bounce pass, and then ideally get a partner, use a wall, and then as soon as you throw it against the wall, right, I want to jump in my triple threat. See, I'm already here and I haven't established my pivot foot. So if I go like this, the defender moves, I can then just step around him. I get to pick whatever pivot foot I want. So you want to really focus on learning how to establish your pivot foot. When you do jab, step, step, pump fake, jab, step, pump fake, right? You can do that over and over, at least 2-3 times. See if you can get your defender to move. If he does it, then make the pass, right? If he moves, now you can attack the basket. It's really that simple. Those are some of the basic fundamentals of basketball. Do you and should you work on shooting? Yes, and I have videos for that. Please watch those videos and learn. Quick recap, master dribbling, right? Do the drills and some of my free drills online that you can see on the channel. Work on passing, jump stopping, triple threat, pump fake, jab step, all those first to really develop your game. Because if you can develop that, as well as if you can really develop being an amazing defender, You're going to be the best player on that team and one of the most valuable players on that team. Shooting will come. If you keep working on shooting and you keep focusing on these basic fundamentals, working on layups, working on all that stuff, shooting will come because you'll get stronger, you'll get taller, and it will be more effortless. When you do shoot, you want to learn and practice good form, but focus on these basic fundamentals of just dribbling, moving the ball, and all that stuff, and you're going to develop your game a whole lot faster than just focusing on shooting and doing shooting all the time. So stick to these fundamentals. Hopefully this is helpful. And I wish you the success and keep balling.